A celebrity speaker, TV show host, and wellness queen, Shea Vaughn has been featured on major networks and shows including Ellen, where she appeared with her son, Vince Vaughn, to talk about her new book, Breakthrough, and the 5 Principles of Wellness. Showbusiness is in her family, and she's a serious game changer, helping others with her Women on TV network and Sheanetics. Learn how you can leverage the 5 Principles of Wellness to enhance your life and live your dreams.
Because I wanted the world to know that there is sustainable programs that really will work for wellness. And so with the book, it really talks about the 5 principles of wellness, which is commitment, perseverance, self-control, integrity, and love. That if it was actually applied in your life, that you can reach those goals.
Up next, the full interview with Shea Vaughn. Welcome everyone to the Pollinating the Planet with Love show. I interview guests who are living their life's passion and purpose. I ask my guests to share their life journey lessons and the pearls of wisdom that they've learned along the way. I am really honored today to have a very special guest. I have Shea Vaughn with me here today. So thank you for being on the show. It's just an honor. Shea Vaughn is the founder of Women on TV and Worldwide TV, a celebrity speaker and TV host. Ms. Vaughn is also the creator, CEO of Sheanetics, a values-based, doctor-endorsed lifestyle practice. Shea has trained and consulted with corporate leaders, celebrities, entrepreneurs, and athletes around the country, affectionately earning her the title of America's Queen of Wellness. Ms. Vaughn is the author of the bestseller, Breakthrough, the 5 living principles to defeat stress, look great, and find total well-being, and a frequent speaker and contributor to media on TV. Her philanthropic is reflected in her work as founder of the Healthy Initiative Foundation and is acclaimed Healthy Ambassador Program, the 90-Day Lifestyle Makeover. Wow, that's a lot of great things that you're offering out into the world.
Beth, you said so many nice things about me. Thank you. I had to pinch myself to make sure that that was me.
Yeah,
Thank
it is
so
you.
much.
And I'm so happy that we've had this opportunity to not only just connect, but I think get to know each other a little bit more.
Yeah.
And today I'm really excited to learn some of the deeper stories behind
Ooh,
how you got to where you
deeper.
are. Because you're here making big shifts and big changes on the planet, certainly pollinating the planet with love. So I would imagine that as a young girl, you probably had some big dreams for your life, and they may not be exactly what you've actually done and accomplished so far. So tell us, if we backed up, what was it that you thought you were here to do originally?
Well, I was a girl that, did dance. I was just that. My mom used to pull her hair out because I would be doing flip-flops all over the house and splits and stuff like that. And dance really was, as a young girl and growing up, it was the most important thing to me. Yeah. I loved the opportunity to learn new music and be able to dance to it and just kind of let yourself go and feel great about, what you're doing. And so it was kind of organic that I just, with the dance, that I moved into the health and wellness industry, and I got certified.
What age was it that you actually moved into health and wellness industry?
Probably I was about 15 at that time.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so at a very young age.
At a very young age.
You knew. And was there something, it sounds like dance inspired you, but was there something else that really catapulted you forward into that particular field?
I like the idea of helping other people reach goals and things like that, and I wanted to be in everybody's life, and just help them as much as I possibly can, and teaching big classes because people would show up really helped me to really understand that there was a real need for what I was doing, number one, and number two, that this was something that really made my heart sing.
Yeah, I love that. So what exactly did you do at age 15 that got you into the wellness industry?
Well, I was taking classes at that point in time, and what happened was that somebody didn't show up to teach a class, and so they knew I knew it because I was in it all the time, and they asked me if I would, teach it, and I said, yeah, if you got some music, because I didn't have any music with me, and they said, no problem, so they gave me some music, and that was the beginning of that career.
Okay, wow. I love how the universe just aligns things, and sometimes we get pushed into something maybe a little bit before we're ready, and sometimes we're totally ready.
You know, sometimes we are and we aren't. In this particular case, I truly feel that they picked me.
Yeah.
Not, I would have picked them,
Yeah.
but I didn't know it was going to happen then.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, you know, something about time, I think as entrepreneurs and people that are out there living their life's passion and purpose, time seems to be a real sticking point, if you will, because we all want things to happen at the right time or in our time.
Or we don't have enough time.
Or we don't have enough
and we
time.
can't do it because we don't have enough time. And
Yes.
And the truth of the matter is that we do take time for those things that are most important.
Yes.
We can find it no matter how busy we are,
Yeah.
no matter what we're doing.
Yeah.
If it really hits you at your heart and it's something that you really want, you're going to make it happen.
Yeah. Now, I know you're a lot about divine timing as well, speaking of time.
I am.
What would you say to others out there, listeners, when they feel like it's their time and something's not aligning?
Well, I think that it depends on what that is, too. I mean, I think that sometimes if it's not coming together and they feel that this is the time, I really feel like they have to reach out to the right people in that industry that can help them.
Yes.
And ask for that help. Don't be afraid, you know, to do that. I know that you and I both share the fact that we love to help other people if we're capable of doing that. Or sometimes, you know, you can't help everybody. But, you know, if you really feel that this is your time and you're looking for something, then pursue that and let other people know that you're looking for it. We need cheerleaders in our lives that are going to help us to get to where we're going to go.
Yes, and cheerleaders that are really cheerleading for us.
Oh, absolutely.
I think sometimes we make the mistake of keeping some people around because they're comfortable, they're family, but they're not necessarily our biggest advocate.
Well, they may not have the ability or the relationships to really bring us what we want, and sometimes that's really what it takes, and so you've got to reach out there for that.
Yeah. Okay, so I love that. So great recommendation on time. Make time, prioritize time. So you went from 15 to jumping into wellness. You got an opportunity to teach a class that really catapulted you into this, but then you've built businesses upon businesses upon businesses. So how did that all come about?
I think it just came about because I would have an idea that I wanted to do, and so I would just pursue that. And I did exactly what I'm saying. I would reach out to people that I knew that could help me to get to where I wanted to do. I did a program in Chicago, and I took 50 people and changed their lives. And I did that because I really wanted to do this program because I wanted the world to know that there is sustainable programs that really will work for wellness. And so with the book, it really talks about the 5 principles of wellness, which is commitment, perseverance, self-control, integrity, and love. And I really always felt, because I've seen it, that if it was actually applied in your life, that you can reach those goals. You know, don't have to stand back and feel like I'm not sure if I want to do this, or is it something that, if you ask yourself that if you're really committed, then you're going to know, because you got to know that if you're committed, there's some work to do.
Now, let's take that just a step farther, because I think everybody has a little bit different understanding and level of commitment. And to really make it happen, do you have any pearls of wisdom on
Well, I
commitment?
can tell you what it's not. So it's not a New Year's resolution that gets done every year, and 3 weeks later it's lost. It has to be something that is really dear to your heart, and you have to be serious about it. So I say that it's as important as paying your mortgage or your insurance. But even more important, if you had a child that you had to pick up and they're waiting for you, you're going to go through mountains to get there on time. You are committed to pick that little person up.
Yeah, that's great advice. I think a lot of times we think we're committed to something, but if we really challenge ourselves as where we put that in our list of priorities.
Exactly.
Yeah. The other thing that I like to talk about is, I call them, getting a hit on something. A lot of times people get inspired for their life purpose because they received a hit. Is that what you would say that it was for you, is you really felt like deep inside, or was it something you just had knowledge of?
I don't know about knowledge of, but everything in me just, kept telling me I enjoyed it when I was doing it, and I was having fun with it, and I could help people at the same time, and serve myself and others, because you do have to serve yourself. If you're not doing what you're asking other people to do, if you're not walking the walk and talking the talk, because I definitely believe that, you have to lead by example. There's just, it doesn't go, any place else other than that. So if you're telling somebody that they need to do this and they see that you're not doing that, it's like our kids. They're not going to take that advice, and you can tell them all day long. This is no, just because I do that doesn't mean you can. You got to be kidding me. Because that's what they will do, is what they see you doing.
Yes, I love that. Now, one of the reasons why I brought up the hit and purpose is because I think that also backs sometimes our level of commitment that we have to whatever it is that we're doing. In fact, I want to just show this, because we're going to talk more about Sheanetics, and I was gifted this beautiful, and we'll do it up close, but I was gifted this beautiful piece that has actually the 5 principles on them, and the first one is commitment. So so very important. I would love to talk about perseverance. That's the second one.
Perseverance is where you do the work.
Yes.
And if it was easy, you'd already have it done. So that's why you're committing to it, and that's why we're going to do the work. And it's really about not telling yourself that you can't, but telling yourself that you will. And it's not I can, it's I will. And really persevering through the times that are difficult, and you want to give up, and what was I thinking kind of thing. Well, you were thinking the right way. So just know that you did that, and really persevere through it, because you are so happy once you get through that.
Yeah, it's true. Well,
the payoff is there.
Yeah, and I think it comes back to your original pearl of wisdom, which is just find the right support team.
Yes.
And really have them there supporting you. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, so that's important. Okay, number 3. Self-control is what we have on
self-control. Self-control is like, it's like you want to have balance in your life. And so it's like stepping forward, because nobody can give that to you. You have to give that to yourself. And so it's taking the responsibility to follow through with all the things that you know that you should be doing.
I like that.
Yeah. It's really important.
If someone's suffering from a lack of self-control in this context, is there any tips or tools you have for them? Well,
then you're talking about more anger, or things where they can't control things under it. And that filters into our lives all the time. So when we really understand that, it's like coaching. If you might be coaching someone and they're just driving you crazy because you keep going over the same things and they're just not listening, and you want it more for them than they want it for themselves.
Yeah.
And that happens all the time. And so sometimes that can just really, rattle you. And you kind of like, you might say something that thinks that's going to, wake them up, but it's not going to do any good. So you have to control yourself on that, and know that if you give a lot of love and a lot of hugs, and just be patient and go over it, as many times as necessary, that you'll make a difference in that person's life.
Okay, that's great advice. All right, number 4. We're going to go to a quick break, and we're going to come back. I love number 4. I think it's a really important one.
It's very important.
We'll take a quick break and come right back.
Blossom Bliss products are designed to help empower pure love and purpose in your life. It's through the power of words, flowers, and symbols that our products assist you in creating a blissful life. The power of words in our mini mantra word bar necklaces assist you in setting and blossoming your personal intentions. The affirmation cards leverage the power of flowers by providing daily inspiration. And the power of symbols in our life journey bracelets are great reminders of the things that bring us peace, joy, and love. Products are made and blessed in Bali with love by Balinese artisans who work with empowered hearts. When you purchase jewelry with a bee charm, we donate to save the bees. Join us in pollinating the planet with love. Go to our website, blossomblissbali.com. Again, that's blossomblissbali.com.
Welcome back. I'm here with Shea Vaughn, and we are having just a wonderful conversation about your 5 principles on Sheanetics. Just before the break, we were going to go to number 4, which is one that I really love, and it's integrity.
Integrity. Well, that's actually what this is, a shield, if you can, you'll see it. And it really means that, and you're going to really be involved in telling the truth, being honest with yourself. And so many times people are, more honest with other people than they are themselves. Do you know, have you ever had a conversation with somebody and, they say to you, I'm doing my best. Now, you don't want to really question, are they really doing their best? But if it's something that has to do with health or something like that, is that something they're telling themselves because it's an excuse for them? Probably it is. Instead of actually saying, I truly am doing my best. Because the one thing that I know about doing your best and you're putting 100% into it is that it will be successful for you. It will, in one way or another. Maybe in a different way than what you ever thought. Maybe even better than what you thought. But you will get there.
Well, and I like that because, I have the 4 life lessons from flowers.
Love that.
And the 3rd one is expect nothing. And it fits right into what you're saying about, then the universe can sometimes bring you something that's much bigger, different, but always in alignment with your divine calling.
Absolutely. And that's really important because sometimes that we don't think big enough. And yet we're afraid to do that because we want something, something to show.
Or we're just looking at our external world and hoping that it'll reflect something as opposed to just really downloading from source, what we're really here for. So sometimes we're in a little bit of a silo with our own personal experiences versus like really opening it up and saying, no, really, I'm here to serve. Tell me what is it that I'm here to do. So wonderful. Okay, number 5, and of course, this is really near and dear to both of our hearts.
It sure is.
Love.
Love, because really when you do those 4 things, that's what you feel. When you've made the right decision, when you're making better choices and your kids get to see that, you are giving them such a gift. Because all the things that you say to them isn't going to make that much of a difference. But the things that they see and what you're teaching them is to take care of themselves. I can't think of my kids growing up and not knowing that it's okay to take care of yourself. Well, I never saw my mother or my dad do that. They were always sitting and watching TV or doing something else.
Or I think a lot of times mothers especially take care of everyone else first. And then there's a lot of resentment and just a lot that doesn't get taken care of on their own energy.
Right, but that's what they're teaching them is take care of everybody else and don't take care of yourself. And women have to really, moms and whatever, we all have to kind of step back and say, even when you're on the plane, they tell you to put the mask on yourself first before you help someone else.
Very important. Yes. Okay, now one other thing I'd like to talk about when it comes to love is I think a lot of people are confused with romantic love and unconditional love.
Both are real good.
Yeah, they are both really good in their own way.
And really healthy too.
Well, I actually think that romantic love is what gets us to unconditional love. The lessons from romantic love
are so
over time. Everyone is here as a reflector. So, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts on romantic love versus unconditional love.
I don't know that they're separated, to be honest with you. I think it's love is love.
Yes.
And there are different kinds. You love your children differently than you love your husband or even your mother or whatever. But the difference isn't in the love; it's the difference in the relationship.
Yes.
And so love is
the feeling is the same.
The feeling is the same. The glow, absolutely.
Oxytocin levels rising are still there.
There you go.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, I think what I find is that there's a lot of confusion when we fall in love, in romantic love, because it's sort of this love is blind, which is still a great experience, and
for the time,
until all the reflections of the lessons that we called them in to help us learn come in, and then you go, oh wait, okay, this is so that part gets to be a lot of fun, I think, to really understand love. And babies and pets, you've met my dog Lily.
Oh my gosh, I have, and she is adorable.
Yeah, and she, I feel, is such an unconditional love master.
And you get that back from her there too. That's the great thing.
Yeah. She teaches me that
every
every day. She teaches me how to see life without the lens, you know,
Exactly.
to just really, everything's magical to her.
Yeah.
And she reminds me of that every day. And the love that she helps reflect to me is really helpful to know that love is just inside of me.
Absolutely.
Just waiting to be shared.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, wonderful. So it's a shield. It's beautiful. Can people buy these?
On the website, they can go to SheaVaughn.com, and we do have them on there.
Yeah.
Sheanetics is a wellness practice, and it combines on the physical side of it the like yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi, martial arts, gyrokinesis, dance, all of those things that I've either done or I've taught. And but at the heart of it are the 5 principles of wellness.
Yeah. Okay, I love that. Thank you for sharing those. Yeah. We're going to go to another break, and when we come back, we're going to hear all about this TV network that you've created and all the wonderful things that you're doing to really help bring these skills and tools to help bring that inner wisdom through.
Absolutely.
So we'll be right back.
Blossom Bliss products are designed to help empower pure love and purpose in your life. It's through the power of words, flowers, and symbols that our products assist you in creating a blissful life. The power of words in our mini mantra word bar necklaces assist you in setting and blossoming your personal intentions. The affirmation cards leverage the power of flowers by providing daily inspiration. And the power of symbols in our life journey bracelets are great reminders of the things that bring us peace, joy, and love. Products are made and blessed in Bali with love by Balinese artisans who work with empowered hearts. When you purchase jewelry with a bee charm, we donate to save the bees. Join us in pollinating the planet with love. Go to our website, blossomblissbali.com. Again, that's blossomblissbali.com.
Okay, we're back, and I have the lovely Shea Vaughn with me here today. And we've just talked about your 5 principles, which I think are really powerful, really great principles to live by and to stand by. Now,
thank you.
Yeah, and so I would imagine that this is what has also helped you with your foundation of this beautiful network that you have created that I believe the reach is over 40 million
viewers. Yes, it does. Well, you know, it's funny because people go, you know, a network is built with channels in it, and we actually have 434 different channels in the network. And it really came out of I was doing a lot of media. I was doing, you know, contributing on an ongoing basis about health and wellness and all of those things, and for major networks. And I wanted to really, you know, just have my own show. I wanted to host my own show. Yeah. And I got really close to it twice, and it just didn't happen. Because God had another thing for me to do, but I didn't know that at the time. And so I just, you know, it made me take a step back and take a look. And I've accomplished a lot of things, but I could see women out there that had, you know, done even more. So I decided that I wanted to build a television network to give a voice to women out there, because if women unite together, they will change the world. There's no question about that. But the other side of that also goes from, you know, in order to be able to do that, you want to connect with the right people. Collaboration is really big, because collaboration means that we don't bring jealousy to the table. We don't bring judgment to it. We're not jealous. And more importantly, we don't use, you know, sex to get us to where we want, whether it's flirting or whatever degree that happens to be. I just would love to see women across the world putting that to the side and realizing they don't need to do these things.
Yeah, I love that message, because I think it also speaks to, you know, masculine, feminine energy within us.
Exactly.
And as women, if we're really anchored in balancing those two and being that demonstration out into the world of how to leverage that deeper inner power as opposed to maybe that sexy, second chakra energy power that sometimes comes into play. So I didn't realize that about your network, and I really like that.
Yeah. And then the third one basically was because I wanted, everybody has a great communication and getting their message out there. And so the thing of it is that they don't have the opportunities, and media and TV is changing. People aren't watching TV in the same way anymore. Yeah. And so what happens is you've got kids on their electronics all the time. Yeah. But that's not going to go away. Hopefully moms and dads will, kind of monitor that a little bit better. But it's here to stay. You're going to see more of it. And so women on TV and worldwide television are all on demand. And so every show has a time that they're going to be playing. But if that time doesn't work with you, you can go in and you can watch it right then. And if you don't have time, you see another show on the network that you want to do, you can push it and go back to it.
I think that's more common than not, that people are picking their own times. As you were talking, I had an idea that popped into my mind, and I thought, maybe you just need to start a whole children's network. Because, why not start with the children, right? I mean, you have so many great programs, but if we knew this as a child, and if we had the ability to clear the emotions as a child, to clear the programming early on.
Well, we have the plans to do that.
Oh, you do? Okay.
We do, and we've been thinking about it for a long time. Okay. We really wanted to just build what we already have, and we've got more that we need to do. There's no question about it. And children would be an amazing show, because they're so innocent. They're going to say exactly what they believe and what they think. Yeah. And I think that they need a platform just like women do, to be able to get their message out. They don't even know that, but they will to the rest of the world because of who they are.
Yeah. And I had an experience with my nephew. So I was practicing with some of the logistical elements of doing the show in this van. And so I sat my little nephew down, and before I knew it, we were actually in a real interview. And he was communicating with me, and he was challenging me, and he was asking me really specific questions. And it was around the topic of how flowers speak to me, because he's like, that's not possible. So we got really animated and really into it. Well, afterwards I thought, I'll just show this to some of my friends. And they said, just for fun, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And they said, oh my goodness, like he actually taught us something, because he asked questions that you wouldn't have answered or would not have answered in that way. And we wouldn't have asked them because they were so basic. Yeah. But they made sense to us. So I think we can learn, we can teach children, but we can also learn through the children too. So I love to hear that you're doing the network.
Yeah, we will do that. It's in the plans for, 2020. Yeah. Okay. So we'll see if that goes. Yeah.
Well, let's share a little bit about some of the programs that you currently have and how people can access them and how they figure out which is the program that's right for me.
Okay. So our partners are Apple TV, Roku, Amazon, Google, Chromecast, all of those. So with that combination, we have about 40 million plus viewers to pull from. And so a host comes on to do their own show, and they have the ability basically to draw as many people into that as the show, what the show is. Because people are interested in different things. So we have cooking shows, talking shows, we have a Christian show, a bunch of shows. Okay. And so people go on there, and you can just go on womenontv.tv. And it'll take you right to the channel. Okay. And then you can just watch a show. Okay. And the shows will all pull up, and you'll be able to watch that. Yeah. And it doesn't cost you anything. Okay. So, but, you could even go, if you have a smart TV and you are watching anything on Netflix or Apple or whatever, because you have a subscription with them, then you'll see our network basically come right up on your television, and all you have to do is push that. It'll take you to the network.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I did look at you have several very interesting topics and very different topics. So
yes, it varies a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what if someone wants to have their show on your network?
Wow, we would love to talk to anyone that would, want to do that. And they can just go on there, and there's a button that you can push that says interested in hosting my own show. So you just find that, or doing a show, and there's all information on there to be able to reach out to us.
Okay. And because you have so much insights and wisdom with everything that you've done, is there any pearls of wisdom for someone who's out there that says, maybe I want to start my own show, or I feel called to do podcasting, or I feel called to get my message out there, but they're at the beginning stages, or maybe they're still in a little bit of fear and denial that they can do it. Is there any?
Well, we've had a lot of that. People will come to us that are, they can get on a stage and speak, and they don't have any problems with that. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Getting in front of a camera and doing that is a little bit different.
Yeah.
And so people call us, and we work with them. And if this is a passion that they really have, then we're going to make this happen for them.
Okay.
If it's something that they need a little bit of coaching at, we have places that we recommend, and they can go and learn a little bit more, get a little bit more confidence and whatever, and come back and talk to us.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any other pearls of wisdom that we should share with the listeners and the viewers out there today? Anything that we've missed in the journey?
I just think that you got to follow your heart, and you've got to love what you're doing. And you really have to know, you have to believe more than anything else that it's going to happen. Because if you believe it, you're putting it out there, and it will. Okay. You'll meet the right people that's going to help you to do what you need, all of those good things. So don't take no for an answer.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with that, I want to make sure that everyone has your website. So if they want to learn more about the 5 principles, they should go where?
To Shea, SHEA, Vaughn, VAUGHN.com.
Okay.
And if you want to go to the network, you just go to womenontv.tv. So just write it out, and it's right there.
Okay, great. And we'll be sure to put all the links below.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Well, wonderful. This time has been really fabulous with you. I really appreciate the time and the insights and the love.
Oh,
So
Beth, you've been a blessing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And for all the listeners out there, we look forward to seeing you next week. And until then, wishing you bliss so that you too can help in pollinating the planet with love. Hear who's up next when you like my page, Beth Bell Live, and join me each week as I invite a new guest into the mobile recording studio to help in pollinating the planet with love.